listen to the ice cream van, can't they? It's stopped now.
It has typically, hasn't it? No ice cream.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well. Me and Sonia are back, the intuitive transformation coach.
In the garden.
In the garden, and we thought we'll pop on and do a live. It's lovely out here actually. And Sonia's she's got a Hapi Drum with us. So Sonia, over to you.
Yes, I thought it might be quite nice for people to experience the Hapi Drum. And I also wanted to talk about where we are right now, and where we are right now, and one of the things
more than just the garden.
More than just the garden, yeah. We're in the garden right now,
yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about where we are, and what's happening globally, and with everybody awakening more and everybody becoming more conscious, there are many different things that are affecting all of us. And one of them that I came across the other day was, and it's a nice little story, I don't think I've told you this story, about the tree. So as I was out walking, there was this beautiful tree, and on the tree, it had one of the branches sort of going like that looked a bit like a snake. And someone had painted a snake on the tree. And I looked at it and I was like, wow, that tree's beautiful, wow, that snake's beautiful. But then at the same time I was like, that's really not very nice to have paint on the tree. So I was kind of sitting with this duality almost of appreciating the beauty and how it might have, you know, when people are out walking, especially everybody's now doing their daily walks, you know, with everybody out walking, that it could really lift somebody just by seeing this snake. But it was painting it on a tree, which was not natural. So I asked, and kind of what my guides confirmed was that at the moment we're going to be experiencing that quite a lot, where we will have this duality of thought, where we'll have two opposing ideas that both seem to be, that we're happy with both of them, and that there's something positive about both of them, but it's like a contradiction in terms. And what I was guided to was to just sort of, for me and anyone else it resonates with, just to try and encourage us all just to sit with that. Because if I start analysing, oh, the snake, and that's not right because it's painted on the tree, and I'm not actually going to get anywhere. It's like, it's like 1 and 1 is never going to equal 5. So all it's going to do is cause me stress. And actually, the reason I'm seeing it is because it's awakening me to other concepts. And that's a simple one. But you know, it could be anything. It could be something you know, much more profound than that, to do with us as individuals or to do with our relationships with people. So, you know, again, one of the things that, you know, and one of the things I use, and it's one of the simplest, is sound. So where you've got this duality going on and this potential contradiction in you, just listening to sound helps you accept and put it in that balance. So I don't know if you've had anything like that you can think of, where there might be dualities, where you...
All the time. If you just look at the news, the media, everything, there's a lot of duality going on. And I understand what you mean, something like sound, especially not just any sound, because there can be music that doesn't have as good a frequency as
not
others.
as resonant,
Not as resonant. But something like with the Hapi Drum, which I don't think, I've posted a couple of videos of you on Hapi Drum, but I don't think we've done it on the live before.
No, so the Hapi Drum is, I just happen to love it, and there's a little story of this. Have I told you this story? I don't know, when I was in Glastonbury.
Go on, remind me. Go on.
So I was in Glastonbury, and this was in one of their music stores, and I was playing it, and I was with some friends, and some people came in, and they actually said to the owner, "Oh, it's fantastic, you've got live music." So my head went
trying to sell you straight away.
So of course I then bought it. I think he actually paid the guy to say this, but so what I love about it is it's hollow. This one's in the key of D major, which is said to help us put us into the alpha state.
We've spoken about that before, the alpha
state, the nice chillaxed, anything can happen, and I'm calm state. And this is made from a recycled gas cylinder. So I love the fact that it's recycled as well.
Well, even
and
better,
it's
isn't it?
joined in the middle here. And you've got these, what would you call them? Just like Tongues. I think they call them tongues.
Tongues, yes.
Tongues.
I will call. I know you
We'll call them tongues.
You can get tongue drums, so yeah, we'll call them tongues.
Yeah. And you actually just hit each of those. You can do it with your fingers, but it doesn't sound anywhere near as nice. So it's much better played with the sticks, the drumsticks. So, but before we did that, I thought, oh, we're just on a table here. You could pick a card actually.
A card, any card, any card?
Any card, yeah. So these cards are from the card pack of symbols that I was given, fifth dimensional geometric symbols to help us move into the fifth dimension and to help us through this process of ascension. So, in fact, why don't you shuffle them?
I'll shuffle them.
And pick one.
Give them some of my energy. Yep. Give a little tap.
Well, I'm glad you didn't spit on them.
Yeah. That's for the next bit.
That wouldn't have been very nice. No.
That's the next part of the ritual.
What's spitting on them? I don't think so.
Probably cleansing them.
Yeah, but not literally.
Not
anyway,
literally,
it wouldn't
no.
be cleansing them because I don't know where your spit's been, do we?
It'll have my energy on it though, wouldn't it?
That makes it good, does it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, good. I'm glad to know that.
Right, so picking a card time. Okay. Oh, doesn't go with this one.
Ah, that is really, really simple purification. It says what it does on the tin. Some of them are a little bit more complex than that, but just by looking at that symbol and meditating with that symbol and having it sort of imprinted in your third eye will help with the process. I actually attune people to these symbols like Reiki, and we do a lot of work with them, but even just looking at it will have an effect. So purification.
Wow.
You need to be purified.
Yes, I do need some of that. Yeah.
So anyway,
lovely cards.
yeah. So shall I play? Please,
Yes.
Mr. Music, will you play?
Mrs. or Mrs. Music.
Mrs. Music. I don't mind being a Mister.
If
Whatever.
you have any questions about with the tones afterwards, we'll go through and look for some questions a bit later on in the live. But for now, you don't need to do anything. What is it that you say? Just
sit down, lie down, relax. If you can be somewhat undisturbed, that's going to be better. We're just going to do it for a short period of time, but just so you get you can really feel it. If there's a lot going on, you might want to watch this back on the replay because the whole idea is, you can just allow the sounds to wash through you. So
I'm going to be sitting here relaxed with my eyes closed. So.
Okay, just allow. pleasure.
Well, I've seen a few love hearts come up, so I think hopefully some of you have been able to listen to it and enjoy it. I hope that did the sound come through quite well at your end. We are outside, so I don't know if it makes any difference.
Yeah, I was wondering about whether the wind actually caught it or something like that, or whether it, whether it actually came across okay or didn't come across okay. So let us know. Let's see what to say. Scene 111442. Yeah. I mean, that's something we deal with elsewhere when you talk about numerology, isn't it? So tonight we're just talking about sound, really.
I can, that's something that we can speak about. Tonight's just about the happy drum and the sound. That's the theme of this. So any questions related to this for now?
Yeah. Has anybody had a happy drum? Has anyone got a happy drum? Has anyone heard a happy drum before? Happy is actually the name of the manufacturer, and of course in English that's like happy,
yeah.
happy. So it's not quite spelt the same. I don't know if that comes the other way on that.
Hapi,
yeah. So it's not the same spelling as happy, but who wouldn't want a drum that's called happy?
Well, exactly. If you think about it, everything's energy and vibration. So you've got the name of something that's happy, that's going to have a high vibration anyway.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I have a little tinker?
Do you want to play with my drums?
I'd like to have a play with your drums. That's
What's the special word?
Now. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Please.
Now,
Pretty please.
I am no way a professional, so
you might find, what I have noticed with this is because it's on here, I was having to play it quite firmly because of what you've got under here. This, for example, doesn't play on sand. So there's certain surfaces it won't play on, but if I put its case on top of the sand on the beach, I can play it. But if you notice, the table here, the table we've got has got holes in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Small little holes. It's a metal table. So I was really having to
really give it a
bash it quite a bit, and you didn't get a strong sound with it. Yeah. See if you noticed. Although interestingly, I've just moved it and it's better. Sounds better there. Did you hear that reverberation? I'm stopping it now because I put my hand on it. If I take that off,
then there'll be reverb. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Practice a little bit more. You might want to practice just a little bit more, Not that I'm saying it's not wonderful and beautiful.
She's saying it in different words.
But I think, for it to be more flowing.
Yes.
Because don't forget, this is probably the first time
this is the first time I've ever had a go on your drum.
Yeah, so it takes a while. And also if sound healing and sound therapy to a lot of people comes naturally, but even so, the majority of people have still either connected with sound and music all their life and been playing instruments, or they go on courses, and mine was kind of a combination of two. So I wouldn't expect many people although actually, did I tell you, the one that played it the best, 3-year-old child.
Well, that doesn't surprise me really.
Oh my god, she picked it up, we were at a Mind Body Spirit, and she just went and I'm like, and everybody's watching her and they're all flocking to our stall. So I said, stay here. No, honestly, it was amazing. I've never, but both her parents were very, very spiritual, and she was brought up very spiritually, so she was kind of used to all that stuff. Her mum was the one that was organising it, was kind of does loads of readings and into fairies and all that. So yeah. But
how funny.
Yeah. I thought, oh my god, I better not have her playing next to me. Nobody would want me to play, they'd all want her to play.
There was a way, because Sonia does live sound baths every Sunday on Facebook, and I was listening in, and I liked the way that you were playing it. It was different how I heard it before. It was almost like a beat that you did.
Yeah, so sometimes it will be similar, and then other times it will just be whatever I'm kind of guided to. So I think this one was...
I just remember it being on the lower register. Like boom, boom, boom. Something like that, yeah.
If you want me to play it really fast. we should do that.
Go on then.
You might have to put your hand there.
Holding on to the table. I can see. I can feel the vibe. I can feel and see the vibration. Even the screen is moving.
See, that gives a totally different vibe. So that one's kind of more uplifting.
That actually, that
Did
was
you?
Yeah, that was
You
really
like that
really
one?
yeah.
Carried away then. I think
Got into the flow.
I think the squirrel fell out the tree. Then did you hear it? There's squirrels in the trees. Did you hear it?
I heard something.
Good job, yeah. I think I just killed it off.
The one that you said all early, like his perching spot, not anymore.
No. And we are under the tree.
Yes, we are.
So
under
we
a
need to
tree.
be careful that we don't get splattered in the eye. No, seriously.
That is true.
It is their favourite spot.
It is quite a high tree
So
as well.
I will
yeah.
laugh if you do get a splat on your face.
Although it will be good luck.
Is
No.
it?
Have you
What,
heard that
bird
before?
shit?
Yeah, if a bird.
Bird shit in your face
It's
is good
apparently
luck.
good luck. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So you'll be standing under trees then all the time, hoping for the birds to shit on your face. Lovely.
Well,
Thanks
there
for
you
sharing
go.
that.
Has anyone else heard
Anyway.
that before? If a bird gives you a little surprise, apparently it's good luck.
Only on the face, is it?
I think it's anywhere.
Or is it like superstitious? Like if you get it on your arm, it means something.
I don't know. I just heard that
Do you
if
think anybody does bird shit readings?
there's a great big, oh, you've got something special coming here there. Let's have a look at that one. Oh God, no, you've got to wash that off straight away.
Hang on, let me have a look. Let me see what I can see.
Oh
I
my God,
bet
I'm
there's
so.
somebody somewhere in the world that does that. What do you reckon? Well, they do tea leaves, don't they?
Has anyone heard of ever heard of her? Oh well, look, there's a right extra on cue as a bird, right?
There is no. It's not gonna.
I
No, you
literally
haven't.
did think something did fall in front of me then.
No, it's still up there, but it's like a little bit over. Really,
It's
just by the phone actually.
Yeah, it literally is. If it drops down, it'll literally be like there. Come on, I could do a bit of good luck.
It's a magpie actually.
It's the magpie's good
Yeah,
luck.
magpie. Anyway, yes. Does anybody know?
Yes.
Oh no, that'd be really interesting actually. That would be a really good live to do.
What, bird shit?
No, no. Find out all the different types of things
Yes.
that people do readings with. I mean, we know they do it with hands, they do it with cards,
Mhm.
they do it with tea leaves,
Mhm.
they do it with feet. I studied feet actually.
Now,
Did you know that?
I know.
You can
I know
read
you like
people's
feet.
No, that you can read people's feet. Did you know that?
I didn't know you could read
Yeah,
people's feet.
yeah,
It
yeah,
makes
there's a
sense if
whole
you can
art
read
to it, yeah.
palms.
Yeah, there's
Then-
several books on it, and I started studying it for about a year, and then I thought I don't really want to look at people's
I
feet.
know
so
of
I stopped,
reflexology.
yeah.
I've posted quite a lot of reflexology
Yeah, yeah.
benefits of that, but to actually read a foot.
Yeah, there's and looking at the size and shape of the toes and where they're located and the nails and then the top of it and underneath it. So it's not the same as reflexology, because it's like looking at the hand really and differences in the hand. But there's a whole study of it. You know, like you have the hand and you've got your your lifeline and your marriage line.
They're all flocking in now.
Yeah. Well, it's similar sort of thing. I think. That's really interesting.
What's
Yeah.
face reading too?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Makes sense. doesn't
Face
it?
reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon you should do that. I reckon you should find out all the things and have a fun.
go.
You know, you
Yeah.
could do it one night. It'd be really fun.
Find out all the different. Well, if anyone knows of any different types of readings that
Yeah.
people can do, just drop me a DM and I'll include that in the little.
I think that's a really good topic.
It
don't
is,
it?
isn't
It'd
it?
be
Because
fun.
I
Actually,
can learn something new.
Yeah,
as well
but
from that.
also what would be really interesting was the history of them, because they'll all have a history linked to something, and probably the foot reading has come from reflexology, which, as you know, goes back thousands of years.
Feet all walk from all walks of life.
Do they get better as the evening goes on,
No,
Danny?
they just get worse, I'm afraid. It never started good anyway. I may as well just keep the tone exactly the same.
Well, never mind. We're finding it funny.
We're finding
Even if
it
nobody
funny.
else is. It's just absolutely
Yeah.
fine.
We've got a very strange sense of humour, as you probably... Where are you guys from? We are from England. Well, in this lifetime, Hertfordshire.
Yes.
In this lifetime, we don't know where else, whatever plane we're emanating from.
Or maybe the birds.
Maybe the birds.
Maybe you'll be reincarnated as bird shit.
No, that's a thought, isn't it?
I just had a fly on me then as I said that.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm the one that's
well, there you go,
there.
flies landing on... Well, no, we won't go there.
Yeah, no flies on me.
But, yeah, no. You said that the Hapi Drum sounds different with the hands. Give a hand example. Oh, yeah. Doesn't have as much of a resonance.
You have to hit it here, and although they play the hang drum, and the a lot of the steel drums and that like that, it's almost impossible to do this one.
Yeah.
Sounds tinny, doesn't it?
It does. You don't have the resonance as much. It's just
It's not very good for the camera.
the camera's shaking.
Did the earth move for you? Yes, when you
Yes.
played your drum, it did.
No, with the sticks are much better. But what are some of the benefits from like the Hapi Drum?
Okay, yeah. And especially this one, a lot of people have said they've had, they've gone and got other Hapi Drums. And one of my old teachers that sort of taught me to do a lot of the toning and stuff. I took this some years ago. I took this along to her, and she'd never heard of one before, and she went and actually bought one. Got it off of eBay, hadn't heard it, and she's a professional singer. In fact, she's been quite famous in the charts, actually, some years back. And more kind of housey type music, dance music. But anyway, so she was obviously doing spiritual stuff, and she had to send it back because she said it just didn't have the same tone. And I said, "You're not having mine."
No.
That's mine.
But this is
So,
particularly a
yeah.
very nice.
So
rich
because
tone.
it's got because it's got that beautiful tone, because it's in the key of D major. Sorry, D major, F major, not D major. What am I on?
What is the benefit of F major? Then what makes F major so special?
There's some research where they say that it's supposed to help with the put you into that alpha state without even trying.
Right.
So, but I think a lot of it has to do with how the person's playing it. What are you smiling
I've
at?
just seen a nice comment. Sorry, Sonia is like the kind of friend you want to go shopping with, and Danny's the kind of friend you want to cuddle with on a rainy day. Ah.
Oh, so I'm good for shopping. You're
You're good for
cuddling.
carrying the bags.
I'm good for shopping.
Well, you've got good taste.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
I'm good for shopping and you're good for a cuddle.
Yeah, only on a rainy day. If it's a sunny day, you can bugger off. Thank you for the thank you. I really appreciate. Thank
good
you.
For a cuddle. And you're no good at shopping, clearly.
Sonia is really good for a cuddle.
Clearly, I've got a better taste than you.
That's the point. You said, well, look at me. Sonia's dressed fabulously. I've just got like a black shirt on and a scruffy
Yeah, and
beard.
there's bits on it as well.
Bits of So pointing at me bits now, are we? No, thank
Anyway.
you, Cosmic Star. Thank you. Sorry, carry on. I just saw that comment, and before the comment went up, I just wanted to comment on it. So, sorry, carry on with F major.
F major,
Yes.
not D major.
No.
F major.
Yes.
Apologies. Yes. So helps you put that in the alpha state. So the great thing about this, and just listening to the sounds, is if you're going through that, going back to what we talked about at the beginning, through that duality, and you're finding you're consciously stressed about something, or unconsciously or subconsciously, so you got stressed and you don't know why, and you know the little facts, don't you, about the thoughts?
The thoughts.
That we have 60 to 70,000
Oh, yes.
thoughts, of which we're only consciously, in a day, of which we're only consciously aware, and these are facts, of 1,000 of them, which is like 1 or 2%.
Just take a moment to, just on that fact, 60 to 70,000 thoughts we have a day, but we are only aware of 1,000?
About
1,000 of
1,000,
them.
yeah.
About 1,000 of them.
I didn't count.
That's I'll be there all day, wouldn't you?
You
Counting the
would
thought-
count in that.
That's insane when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just something to be aware of.
Yeah. So in other words, only 1 or 2% of the actual thoughts that we think come into our consciousness, which explains why, if I end up feeling in a bad mood and I don't know why, and my mood's changed, and then 5 minutes later I think of something that's bothering me, that's probably what my brain's been doing and thinking about, and I have no conscious awareness of it.
Can that also be what can cause stuff to come up in dreams that we're not aware of? Because our mind might be thinking stuff in the background that we're not aware of in the dream state.
It could be, but my understanding and everything I know about dreams is the dream state is for actually us to work things out. So usually they're more about working things out that are kind of more fundamental than I didn't like that meal at the restaurant, and it's really bothered me, or whatever, something. And those smaller things, like, oh, that person really irritated me at work, or that wasn't very nice, what my partner, my family, my friends said to me, they are more often the things that get stuck, because they're the kind of the trivial things that the brain kind of uses. It can get stuck on the bigger stuff, of course it can, but the bigger stuff for me is more what gets sorted out in the dream state. So stuff that might have been reappearing over timelines, might have been reappearing in different incarnations, something that you've come to learn, something karmic. But it's not always obvious. Sometimes, mine, very weird dreams. They go way out there, and I remember them pretty much most of them, most nights. So yeah, for me that's the difference.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, just please share something on intuition and its reality. Are you referring to just intuition in general? I'm not quite sure what you mean by its reality. Intuition, that's how we can tune in to... what's the simplest way of describing?
Well, intuition is about the expansion of the third eye and our connection to our third eye, which my understanding, my belief is, this is our connection to all that is, and our connection to our divine self, and our connection to our soul. So if you're talking about intuition in its reality, the only thing that I would look to that is, how do we bring intuition into our reality, and how does it come about in our reality? And for me, coming back to sound, this is how we can be in a flow state with being guided by our intuition in reality in a human body, by using sound to keep us in that state of connection with our higher self. And there are other things, there's dance and there's yoga and there's all this sort of stuff, but this, for me, is one of the quickest. It can happen in seconds. If you've got the right time, the right instruments, and the right person intuitively playing for you, or the right person that you're intuitively listening to. So for me, that's where intuition comes into our living human reality, where it's activated and you are very consciously aware of it. So we could say, couldn't we, that when we were laughing, saying about the bird, that somehow that bird telepathically through its intuition picked it up and came and sat there.
Good job it wasn't that tuned enough to actually shit on me.
Yes. No, but as an example.
Yes.
And you and I would take that. Anybody watching this might think, oh, it's just a coincidence, but no, it's not, because there's been no other bird there now. The bird's
Walk
gone.
into the room, mess all down my head. I'm so grateful for this. Look at it get tangled in my hair. Oh, that's really special.
And you've just washed it.
And I've just washed it and conditioned it and everything.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
Right. Anyway, well, I don't know what time it is or how long we've been on for.
Don't know. I need to go and do a bit of singing.
Sonia needs to do a bit of singing. She's all about the music and the sound. So, well, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. There was a couple of comments I could see that the audio wasn't great because of the wind. I'm very sorry if that is the case. We thought we'd just try a different scenery, be out in nature. But I will be hopping on again on live very soon, and I will be with Sonia again soon. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed, and wherever you are in the world, have a good morning. Good
and just to say
evening.
About the free sound baths on a Sunday, if you want to join me on Facebook. And also I have a which you're in a Sound Sanctuary membership site, which is half on Zoom, half on Facebook. It's a monthly subscription where we do all things sound. So we have not with the wind affecting us, but I use all the instruments. There's 2 full sound baths, there's meditations, there's special guests.
Really good.
Yeah.
So good.
Can you pop a link on that in case anyone's interested?
I'll make a post with all the information to link to that as well. And well, thank you everyone.
Yes,
and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.